When you want only the best for your pet, check out AbbybellPetDesigns.com. We offer quality products such as floppy beds, crate pads, round pet beds, pillow slip covers, belly bands, and more. All products come in a variety of colors and sizes, guaranteed to satisfy your pet's particular style. Your pet deserves to be pampered, so shop at AbbybellPetDesigns.com. If you don't see the item you want listed in our shop, just drop us a line and we'll be glad to make the product of your pet's dreams. AbbybellPetDesigns.com. Good morning, everybody. How are you? Good to see you. See if I can get YouTube going. There we go. All right, let me get Enduring on here. Can't, very strange. Hey, Alan, good to see you. For some reason, there we go. Little dark start there. How is everybody? Good to see you. Get the screen up. There we go. How is everybody doing? Mary Ann, good to see you. How is everybody? Alan. Hey, Dave. I know, it was a black screen for a moment. Big Al. I don't know why it turned around like that. It was just odd. I went to start it and it turned around. Hi, bad day so far. How come, Chessie? Good morning. Good morning, Marianne. It's so good to see you. Hey, Rhonda. Good morning. Yep, you can see me now. I'm here for a change. I know. Marilyn, how have you been? Bradley, hello. Carmen, good to see you. Hi, blessings to all who seek and advocate for liberty. Amen. Don, how are you? Good morning. I'm going to quickly read a little bit of Proverbs to you, and then we'll get started. Let's see. Let another man praise you, and not your own mouth, a stranger, and not your own lips. A stone is heavy, and sand is weighty, but a fool's wrath is heavier than both of them. Wrath is cruel, and anger a torrent, but who is able to stand before jealousy? Open rebuke is better than love carefully concealed. Faithful are the wounds of a friend, but the kisses of an enemy are deceitful. Hey, Danielle, good to see you. All right. Today is happy birthday, President Trump. It's his 72nd birthday. Slowly waking up to a positive cheerleader. Thank you. Oh, my gosh. Yes, happy birthday, President Trump. I'm not seeing that trending on Twitter. Isn't that a surprise? Hey, Marlene. Missed you, too. Glad you're back. Hey, Nick. Good morning. So all I'm seeing is that it's Flag Day. I'm not seeing anything about it being President Trump's birthday, only probably from a few people, conservatives. Everybody else is just pretending it's not happening. Hey, Bennett. I know, not trending. Hey, Noel. Yeah, I wonder if that's intentional. I don't think President Trump minds. In fact, I think he probably gets a kick out of it. But we are happy for him nonetheless. We have some breaking news from the Supreme Court this morning. The Minnesota law, they banned a man, I believe it was a man, who was wearing a Tea Party t-shirt to the polling booths. And he also had something on it that said, "Please ID me." And hey, Barbara. And he was turned away from the polling booths because of it. CNN is, yeah. I'll get to that in just a second, Danielle. Hey, Jules. And so the Supreme Court ruled this morning a 7-2 decision. The Chief Justice Roberts wrote the court's opinion saying that what Minnesota did was unconstitutional, that you can't block a person from voting because of their wearing, political attire that you don't like. Hey, Robin. So that the person who was wearing the t-shirt did get to vote. I think after being turned away only temporarily. So that's a good. That's good. Other news that's breaking. I don't have all the ins and outs about this. It just broke. New York State seeks a judge to dissolve the Trump Foundation. They're saying it's engaged in a pattern of illegal self-dealing, and they want to bar the president and his children from serving on charities. Got turned away from wearing a polo type hat with an elephant instead of the polo guy. Chezzy, you should sue your state for that. So anyway, here's New York State trying to dissolve the Trump Foundation. Hey, Junior, and all the dealings that the Clinton Foundation did, all the self-serving things that she did, all the money that never went to anybody but the Clinton Foundation, and New York wants to close down the Trump Foundation. You really are a piece of work. Morning Facebook notification came on, and my first time to watch on Facebook. Yeah, aren't too many people that come on Facebook Live, Barbara. Not too many participants. God bless you and everyone here this morning. Thank you, Junior. God bless you as well. So, not surprising that New York State would do that. Not surprising that New York State wouldn't go after the Clinton Foundation, but would instead go after the Trump Foundation. But we don't do anything about the Clinton Foundation. I know, Marianne. It's a total double standard. Somebody ought to bring something against the Clinton Foundation to dissolve it, I suppose. Although they're probably hoping that it will dissolve itself. Because I don't think they're not getting too much money in the Clinton Foundation these days. After the Russians gave them $147 million and everybody else gave them money, after they cheated Haiti out of money that was due them, not so much. They took one of the charities away from them already that raised lots of money that Jared ran, I think. Yeah, I think so too, Barbara. So they just want to continue to close down that charity. If we try to convict, we would end up dead. Carmen said, it's unbelievable that we are still talking about crooked Hillary and pervert Bill. I know. They just don't go away, Junior. It's like a bad penny. They just keep coming back. Hey, Cully. And so, for 30-some years, we've been talking about the Clintons, and they're still here. And we're still, unbelievable. And now, what are we going to do? Well, we're bringing Chelsea into the mix, I'm sure. So if and when, Bill and Hillary aren't here, now we'll have Chelsea to contend with. Chelsea, who comes out and insults the president and all those type of things. Good morning, Asher. Good to see you. So, yeah, I was surprised to see her face on anything, but apparently that's what she's doing. It's good that they are still in the mix, helps the Republicans. I guess you're right, Junior. I guess there's a positive side to that dark cloud called the Clintons. Danielle brought up something a minute ago. CBS last night and I guess CNN was talking about it, was saying that Sarah Sanders and Raj Shah were going to be quitting and leaving the White House. Now, Sarah Sanders came out last night and said, well, that's odd. Do they know something I don't know? She said she heard about it when she was at her kindergarten event, her daughter's kindergarten event. The mainstream media, of course, didn't bother to ask her if she was leaving. They just made up that news. And she said she loves her job and she loves working with the president. She has no intentions of leaving. There have been rumors that, maybe she would get a promotion. Maybe she would leave the White House eventually, whatever. But it doesn't seem like she's going anywhere anytime soon, which is very good news. I for one, didn't want to see her going anywhere. But it's amazing how the fake news just keeps coming. Robin said the Clintons are like a nightmare that we can't wake up from. I know, Robin, and it just gets worse. Great as Sarah is great. She is. She's very, very good. And, I think part of it is it's wishful thinking on the part of mainstream media. They hate her. They're making her life a living hell. They treat her now more and more so like crap and garbage every day. And they're so disrespectful. Between Acosta and April Ryan alone, the two of them just dog her every single day. I'm sorry, but I have never wanted any family to disappear until now, Asher said about the Clintons. Yeah, and I think, it was brought up that we should take the press credentials away from Acosta, but it doesn't look like we're going to. Should Trump be worried about the person suing Trump Foundation? You mean the Attorney General? She's probably not leaving, but Acosta may be. It would be nice, Alan. It would be nice. They need to get him out. It's very disrespectful how Acosta, Haley Jackson, and Peter Alexander talked to Sarah. And don't forget April Ryan Jr. She is, the other day when Sarah tried to shut her up and she just kept going, was so rude. It's like, well, no, I'm going to talk about it. It's like, that should have been enough to say, okay, get out. I would have done that right then and there. 100% take Acosta's credentials away, Carmen said. AG for New York, should Trump be worried? Why should he be worried about it? April is very, very rude, Danielle said. Yep, she sure is. April is April the black lady? Yes, she is. No notification and no sound, Lynn said. Lynn, just go out and come back in. It's probably on your end this morning. Yeah, April is just, I think April is a contributor to CNN, but I think she works for somewhere else. Oh my God, she's such an idiot. Yeah, Junior, everything that she has to talk about concerns the color black. There is nothing else more important to her than the color black. I mean, it's just amazing. Hey, Jerry, she can't talk about any other subject except for what's about African Americans. I don't know if that's because maybe another place she works and that's her sole function. I don't know. But I would like to hear her ask any other pertinent question and get off the race issue. I mean, I don't care if Sarah were to say the sky is blue, she'd say, are you sure about that? I think it's black. Yes, she makes us black people look bad, Junior said. Yeah, I think Junior, she makes herself look bad. April lying, there you go. It will be the same with the Obamas, wish both families would disappear, Robin said. Oh, yeah, I know, the Clintons and the Obamas. It's just, what a match made in hell. Seriously, for our hell. Let's see, some other news. 2 Norwegian lawmakers. Sky is black and blue, Cully said. April's definitely not a consensus to black people. I don't know what April is, Junior, other than, I don't know, she likes to stir the pot, and so does Acosta. They can't be professional. They need to stir the pot. Look at John Roberts. Okay, he can do his job and be professional without being a clown in the room, without being rude, without stepping on toes. And people respect him, even though you may not agree with him, may not like him. And I'm like, with him, I don't really care. But I think that he at least is responsible. Rolling on the floor laughing, Susan Asher said. You know what I mean? So if you get somebody who's professional, at least you can say, okay, they're professional, they're doing their jobs, and it's perfectly fine. I don't have a problem with the media asking questions. I just have a problem with the media being rude and being disrespectful every single day. I don't want to see that. Don't like John Roberts either. I know, Danielle, but at least he's not rude. Acosta embarrassed our country by yelling out North Korea. Yep. People should back our president. May God bless Trump for years and give him help and protect him. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I can't read the name Shumike, I guess. I don't know what it is, but absolutely we should. We should be praying for him every day. Candace Owens could also be a good, press person. Acosta was interrupting Trump during signing with Kim Jong. I thought Trump was going to shut him up. You know, Junior, I know. I think that President Trump was just trying to, I don't know, maybe expose Acosta for who he is, which is an unprofessional person, and was hoping that he would just, get the hint. But you can't give Acosta the hint. I read something of him saying, well, what was I supposed to ask him? We were there for the signing in North Korea and the deal, and what else was I supposed to ask him? How about, Mr. Kim, how triggers? Yeah, how's your trip been? Anything. I mean, make something up, and then ask the tough questions later or whatever if you get the opportunity. Or, are you happy to be here? Is this something that it's going to be done? I don't know. Anything. Nobody else was asking questions. Obviously, they were told this isn't the time to be asking questions, and he went against it because nobody else was doing what he was doing. Costa's too stupid to realize he's killing his career. Yeah, Junior, maybe he's killing his career, maybe not in CNN. Hey, Wendell, good to see you. Yes, happy birthday, POTUS. That's right, Asher. We wished him happy birthday a minute ago. The explosive IG report comes out today. I hope people go to jail from all this like Comey. Schmolk. I Part of the IG report was, well, one thing was released to Bloomberg, if you can believe Bloomberg, and it said that Comey broke from FBI procedures in the Clinton probe, according to the IG Horowitz report, damaging the FBI's image and impartiality, even though Comey was not motivated. Oh, Aaron, thank you, Aaron. Was not motivated by political bias. So they are not journalists, they are Democrat agents, Asher said about the press corps. Yeah, I think so. So if you can believe that's part of the IG report. Now, I think we should be like cautious about the IG report because I'm not so sure that people are going to go to jail or anything's going to happen to them. Because if Comey broke from FBI procedures, that's not a crime. You know, that's nothing that he's going to be, I don't think, put behind bars for. So I think we have to understand that, again, too, when the IG report comes out, it's going to be up, from my understanding, it's going to be up to the DOJ to go forward on things, if that's what they're going to do. If they're going to go prosecute somebody, then it's going to be up to the DOJ. The IG doesn't have the teeth to do that. They basically just come out with a report. Hey, Marcus, Big Money. I think the report is going to be a big nothing burger. I think it'll contain a lot, Marianne, but I don't know that it will result in a lot of anything. And that's the bad thing. So, we spent 17 months on that. The report is due out today at 2 o'clock Eastern. So, go Trump, go. That's right, Marcus. And so we'll see what it says. 500 pages. Wow. Yep, I don't know. Hey, AJ, how are you? I think that's the problem, that we hope for the best. Suck it up, Buttercup, I guess. Yeah, I think we hope for the best. I have a sinking feeling nothing will be accomplished by this report, Asher said. Yeah. Hey, Barb, how are you? And I think that's a very good possibility, Asher, that nothing is going to happen from that report. I would like to say that it would. Sessions did say that, depending upon what the report says, it's possible that people could be fired. Other people could be fired. Who does he mean? I would say the only one left. Oh, Lieb Herb had to work. Yep. The only one that would be left is Peter Strzok and some of those people. Rosenstein, Danielle, I don't know. I think Rosenstein is another bad penny that's going to just stay around. You can't get rid of him. There's a rumor going around that back in January he threatened some congressmen when they were asking Obama, for what? Obama the bad penny? Yeah. Back in January, supposedly Rosenstein in a meeting threatened the Congress people, saying that he was going to go after, their records. He was going to go after their emails and phone records and everything else. Basically, what it sounded like to me was like blackmail. You try to come after me? Well, I'm going after you, and I'm going to expose you for X, Y, and Z. Now, according to Jeff Sessions, no political animus by Comey, huh? Obama, the Manchurian candidate. Obama, the worst president ever. That's in the IG report. Rosenstein did threaten. Yeah, and here's the thing. Jeff Sessions came out and said, oh, I really don't think Rosenstein did that. There were other people like Christopher Wray there who didn't interpret it that way. So there, and Sessions is off in his own world, I know. I think he probably did. And I wrote an article about it at SusanKnowles.com if you want to read what's in the article. Now, here's the thing. According to what I've been able to find out, Trump should fire Sessions. Yeah, Aaron, a long time ago. I mean, I was for him in the beginning, but now it's ridiculous. I mean, as I've said before, Mueller has already talked to him. It's time to go ahead and unrecuse yourself. Exactly who wanted Sessions for AG? Trump did. Barbara. You said Lee Barb, but I'm not sure if it's... I just call you Barb. I hope that's okay. but Jim Jordan and Mark Meadows wrote a resolution asking for Congress to pass it. And basically, if they pass it, in that resolution, they're giving the DOJ 7 days to turn over the documents in regards to Clinton, Rosenstein, things of that nature, things that they have asked for in the past. They could possibly hold them in contempt afterwards and hold Rosenstein in contempt, maybe impeach him. But then you have to say this, okay, if, let's say you hold him in contempt and you want to prosecute him, good morning, zippity doo-dah, who is going to prosecute Rosenstein if they hold him in contempt? Any guesses? Any guesses who would prosecute Rosenstein if he was found in contempt? Anybody? Anybody? Any guesses? Sessions should, Mueller. It would actually be the DOJ. So do you really think that DOJ is going, all his buddies, DOJ is, after what Sessions said, you think that he would hold Rosenstein in contempt? I doubt it. I don't know if the president has the ability to do anything to force the DOJ to do anything. If Congress can't do it, they oversee the DOJ and can hold them accountable. If Congress is having this type of problem, if the president were able to do something, he certainly wouldn't have maybe too big of a chance to do anything. Now, the next step, let's say that the DOJ doesn't hold him in contempt. The next step would be to go to court. You made me feel like I was back in school. I was waiting for hands to come up. I didn't see anything, Carmen. But they would have to go to the court. They would have to ask the attorneys there to take it to court, find him in contempt of court in a regular, district court. And then that's a little bit, I think that would be a little bit even more teeth into it. Whether he, you supposedly, what you can do if Congress asks you, subpoenas you, and you don't do it, you could be arrested. Now, they haven't done that since 1935. They're not going to do it here. They're not going to take Rosenstein out in handcuffs. Although I would be for that, they're not going to do that. So I don't know how much longer we're going to fight trying to get information from Rosenstein, especially when they keep saying, well, we've tried to comply. We've given you this, we've given you that, when Congress is saying, no, you haven't. Zippy Perez family, on your first day on Periscope, how are you? Contempt ruling means nothing, really. Exactly, Barb. Lose their retirement. Well, you'd have to fire him and then do like you did with McCabe. And McCabe, by the way, he's fighting everything, and they're going to, leave. And they're going to fight everybody. Rosenstein would certainly fight this. Absolutely fight this. But I think, like when the IG report comes out today, hey, good guy, that they're probably going to find, they're not going to find anything about Comey in regards to, the Mueller investigation. And in fact, the Mueller investigation is not even going to be mentioned. So, it's not going to help President Trump as far as Comey is concerned and why Comey was fired. How awesome it would be to see handcuffs on HRC and Obama. You're not going to see that, Carmen. It's not going to happen. I wish it were, but I don't see that happening. I don't think the country would be able to take it. Hey, Tina, good to see you on your first day. So we'll see what happens with that. Yeah, I know. These days we have to dream, Carmen. Sometimes that's all we have in that. Sessions, yeah, Rhonda. Sessions should, but Sessions not going to do anything, especially when Sessions believes that nothing happened in that meeting, and he feels confident that Rosenstein wouldn't threaten anybody. It's amazing how these guys, they really do have each other's backs, even to the point of breaking the law if they have to. It all has to stop so we can let the president get on with saving the world, Barbara said. Absolutely. I totally agree, Barbara. And as I was going to mention a minute ago, 2 Norwegian lawmakers have nominated President Trump for the Nobel Peace Prize for the work that he's done in North Korea. Hey, Ann, good afternoon to you there. Why no grand jury in any of these scandals? There should be, Lee. Absolutely should be. They all have dirt on each other. That's right, Alan. And even Rosenstein's got dirt on the people in Congress. For him to make that kind of threat, if he did, then obviously, all these people know about the dirt of each other. Hey, Teresa, we will never see the criminals in D.C. go to jail. It was all wishful thinking, Robin said. Yeah, I really do think we're going to get at the end of it. Somebody might get a little slap on the hand, and don't do that again, and that'll be all there is. I don't see anything about the AG that they're going to do. Yep, Nobel Peace Prize. And he absolutely deserves it. No other president in history has ever brought dictator from North Korea together with South Korea, together trying to, make world peace a whole lot better. That's never happened before. And President Trump also, yes, good idea for the Peace Prize. Yeah, absolutely, Lynn. Also, President Trump has ordered the military trials that they do between South Korea and the United States do together. Those in August have been called off or have been suspended, according to what came out this morning. So no military exercises in South Korea in August. Odummer bought his. Yeah, exactly. Hey, Daniel, good morning. I'm late. That's okay. So basically, more tax money wasted and lost hope for U.S. justice. I think, Rhonda, that's probably what we're going to see. I was listening to Judicial Watch last night, and it was just kind of strange. They were saying that they'd talked to Uma Abedin, so I don't know. Hoover's dirt was a threat to reveal someone was gay. No big deal today, nor should it ever have been. Yeah, but, Lee, it was a long time ago, like you said, and not anymore. Good morning, everyone. Hello, Susan. Happy birthday to our wonderful President Trump. Absolutely, Monique. Absolutely. Happy 72nd birthday, who is still running circles around everybody, half his age. He deserves a prize, but they should give it to him for some ridiculous reason to discredit Obama's. I know. I don't know what for, Alan, what we could do, because Obama basically got the Nobel Peace Prize because he showed up. Army birth. Best hair. There you go. Best hair award. There you go. Giving you the Nobel Peace Prize for the best hair ever of a president. That would be good. I wanted to talk to you a little bit, too, about Army birthday also. Oh, that's right. It is the Army birthday also. POTUS is tweeting like crazy. I wish Obama would give his back. Pfft, no chance. No chance. Uma, really? Monique said. Yeah, Monique, if you go to their YouTube, he uploaded one yesterday and talked about having talked to Uma. There was a press conference in South Korea, and they were all praising Trump and Pompeo, Barbara said. Yep. Trump tweeted that he won't settle the case in New York State, that the New York State AG filed. Good. He shouldn't, Aaron. There's absolutely no reason that he should settle. This is politically motivated. It's all that it is. It's all that it is. I mean, seriously. They should start going after the Clinton Foundation today. They should be a, tit for tat, as they say. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about what's going on in Israel, because I think this is really important end times prophecy stuff, but where things are going to be heading. And also I want to talk to you a little bit about North Korea. First, let me say that Amir Safadi came out yesterday, I believe it was, started talking about what's happening in Israel. The ambassador to Israel has been called back to the United States. Trump being persecuted all sides by communists, absolutely, Lee. Like the rest of us, only he gets worse. Hope he gets the prize and then says, nope, I do not want it. It's worthless. Barbara said. That would be good. The ambassador to Israel has been called back to the United States, David Friedman. Jared Kushner is on his way to Saudi Arabia and then over to Israel. What Amir said is that I heard they destroyed 15 homes in Gaza. Probably the Palestinians did, Danielle. What Amir was saying is that President Trump, because he's on a roll from North Korea, because what was done in North Korea can help the world, he now feels it's time to make a move on getting that peace agreement between the Palestinians and the Israelis. He's offered, well, what will be offered, Amir believes, is that like East Jerusalem is going to be, the capital of Palestine, and they're going to be offered some other things. Now, Amir says he feels confident that President Trump knows that Palestine will not accept the agreement. So basically what he's trying to do, he's trying to let the world see who Palestine is, offering them stuff and them saying, we're not going to take it. But what he's going to also do in tandem with that, and this is why Jared is on the way to Saudi Arabia, they're going to try to pull together Saudi Arabia. North Korea has two options: either to denuke, or Kim regime will be dead. Yeah, Aaron. Palestine belongs to the Muslims. That's true. So they're going to put together Saudi Arabia, United Arab Emirates, and Bahrain. All of those people that will come together and support Israel. We or Israel shouldn't accept that agreement. Alan, they're not even going to have to, because Palestine isn't going to accept the agreement. So what they want to do is put pressure on Abbas to say, look, we have all of these Arab countries over here that are coming together in support of Israel, and you are the only one who isn't. So we will have Palestine probably at that point, maybe, going together with Turkey and Iran, and kind of grouping together with Turkey and Iran, because they're not going to accept any agreement. Israel, President Trump knows that Israel is not going to give up their land and divide Israel in order to enter into an agreement. Now, that's Amir's thoughts, and he has some inside information. If Israel does divide Israel, God will divide Israel, okay? So it's not going to be good for them if they go ahead and do something like that. I don't think it will happen until Trump gets Iran deal done. Could be Noel, but according to Amir, Jared Kushner is already on his way to Saudi Arabia, and the ambassador to Israel has already been called back to the United States. So they're moving on it. I think Iran is something that they would like to happen. They've already thrown a bone out to Iran to tell them, hey, we want to start working with you. But I don't know, what's going to happen, which one's going to come first, or if they're going to come together. I don't know. But I do know, according to Amir, that things are moving now. If you guys could, would you please go ahead and retweet this? We're past the halfway mark. I would really appreciate it. The UN passed, what's Saudi Arabia got to do with Israel, Susan? Danielle, they're trying to bring Saudi Arabia right now is becoming a friend, quote unquote friend, to Israel because of Iran, because of the threat from Iran. So basically it is trying to bring all of the Arab country together to show that they are in support of Israel, and trying to put pressure on Palestine to say, you're the only Arab country that won't come together and try to make peace. So that's kind of what they're trying to do. And the UN made a resolution that basically, we don't talk like that in here, that the UN basically made a resolution that says that Israel was too strong in going after those people at the Gaza Strip. Now, you and I both know that those people at the Gaza Strip were terrorists. The United States did not enter into that resolution with the UN, but the UN took it upon themselves to condemn Israel for the violence at the Gaza Strip and how they handled the terrorists there, calling them Palestinians, and condemned them for that. And the United States said, we're done. We're not doing that. So they didn't do that with them. So I think it's interesting to see what's happening as far as end time stuff, watching Israel, watching this peace agreement with Israel continuing to come up. Hey, Tom, thank you. And so, it's exciting. The times that we live in are very exciting. They really are. We are in the end times. We are watching it unfold. Now, the other thing that came up the other day when I talked about it briefly on the show on Tuesday morning, and then Bill and I had our show together, the God's Views show, and Bill came up with the same thing that I said, and I think that we kind of thought about it together. No, Danielle, there's not going to be a two-state solution unless the parties in Israel and Palestine want that. Have you ever seen Ms. Tina? He or she is a little weird. Well, Wayne, he or she is gone because they were cussing at somebody else. Carmen said we are so close to the rapture you can feel it in the air. Absolutely. Bill and I both said on Tuesday at different times, and this is why I think, this is what other people are thinking, God is moving. I really do believe that God has used President Trump to open up doors in North Korea, mainly in God's purpose. For our political purposes, it's totally different outlook on it. But for God's purposes, it is to open the doors to give those people in North Korea an opportunity to be saved and to come to Christ. I really, with everything in me, do believe it. No, the Muslims aren't going to kick out the Jews and retake Palestine. Great interview with Bill on Tuesday. Thank you. Thank you, Carmen. Jerusalem is Israel's, and you're right. God would intervene if there was any agreement to give them land. Yes. So God said that we wouldn't have the very end of the end times until every last person they wanted saved would be saved. Trump was given a path. It's a miracle. Soros, Clinton, cabal collapse. I know. There's no other way that all this stuff is taking place without God. You can't, as good as Trump is and things that he does, Trump would not be doing this but for God working through him and Trump allowing God to work through him to get God's purpose done. I really, honestly do believe that. And I think it is miraculous. What happened in North Korea is an absolute miracle. I mean, it simply is. And I want to tell you something. You remember when President Reagan said, tear down that wall, Mr. Gorbachev? That was June 12th. Okay? For those who have ears to hear, that's right, Darlene. That was June 12th, 1987. And President Trump signed the agreement with North Korea on June 12th, 2018. Coincidence? Maybe so. But absolutely the same day. Now, one point that Bill made that I thought was really great. He said, for somebody who talks about building walls, like Trump's like, build the wall, he has been instrumental in tearing down walls. Absolutely true. What happened in moving the embassy to Jerusalem. Now, again, on the 70th anniversary of Israel, you think that's a coincidence? Okay, I don't think it was a coincidence at all. God's purpose getting done through using President Trump to do it. And then North Korea. And then whatever is going to happen here with Israel coming up, with Palestine, if anything, and moving down the road and maybe trying to get something going with Iran. Good morning, Kim. But the sad day for liberal snowflakes. I know, Sabu. How are you, Joe? God's in control. Hallelujah. Robin said. Nikolai said Facebook cut off when you said God, Trump, and end times in the same sentence. Well, are you surprised, Nikolai? Yeah, Facebook went down. You can't talk about God, Trump, and the end times all in the same sentence. They cut you off. Hey, Bootsy. So I think, we are, while it's scary times in a lot of respects for people, we are seeing miracles happen. God did say in the end times, more and more and more miracles would be happening. And again, while Trump is good at what he does, he's good at negotiations. I don't think Trump pulled off his election. I don't think Trump pulled off moving the embassy to Jerusalem, nor did he pull off North Korea in that agreement, unless it had been for God. End times came to Facebook. That's right. Wouldn't that be great, Wayne, if end times did come to Facebook? And they would just go away and never come back. So, you wonder what more miracles are coming. We're seeing them on a world stage. I mean, we really are. I think we learned meltdown. I know, snowflake meltdown. We learned a long time ago, and President Trump learned from looking at what had happened in the past. You can't do a regime change, it doesn't work. So, what do you have to do? You have to go in and change the hearts and minds of the dictator and try to do it that way. Now, here's one thing that also that Amir was saying that I wanted to bring up. When North Korea, love you in your post, thank you, Bootsy. Hey, Patrick, good morning. Hey, Laura Lee. We're back up. Facebook let us on. Oh, sorry you're late. Oh, no problem, Bob. Mamir said, when North Korea gets rid of its nukes, where are they going to go? Are they going to be destroyed? Are they going to be sold? Are they going to be given away? Facebook did it, went down. I know, Barbara, because I said God, Trump, and end times all in the same sentence, so they shut me down. His concern is, Amir's concern, do they have a timer? No, Barbara, they don't. They just watch me. Thankful for the truth sayers like you. Thank you, Bootsy. The bomb should be given to the United States. He feels that they might be sold to Syria or Iran. I mean, good point. Good point. I think they should be blown up. Phew, thought it was the end of time. I know, Tom. Facebook did too. Watch what you say. I know, exactly. Facebook is watching. Big Brother's watching. So if he sells them, Trump has a lot of number synchronicities in his life. I'm telling you, Noel, it's frightening. I mean, what the June 12th thing alone is amazing. June 12th, 1987, June 12th, 2018. Why is Sarah Huckabee leaving? She's not. Boom. She's that was a rumor spread by CBS. Mission accomplished. Thank you, Leader Trump. I know, Bob. So basically, I would hope that I agree, destroy the nukes. I would hope, Bootsy, that they would destroy them and not sell them, but it wouldn't surprise me. Iran has been talking to Iran. Iran has been talking to North Korea in the past, and Russia's right in there talking to North Korea as well. So nothing would surprise me in that regard. Sarah should stay the whole 8 years. Love her. I hope she does, Robin. Does China have bombs? I think they have a lot, Bob. I don't know exactly what they have, but yeah, they can take care of themselves. So I do hope that we will. Yeah, I know, Cully. I think that was a troll just saying that. I do hope that we will see right away that the 6,000 bodies of our servicemen from North Korea would be coming. The remains would be coming back right away to the United States. I think that will be a big show of agreement and cooperation. I can't get on streaming frozen. Just go out and come back in, Boomerang. Keeps getting interrupted service. Yeah, and I happened to say a couple words together, and I don't think they liked it. So we'll have to keep watching that and see what happens. Now, this, with all of it going on in the Middle East, with what's going to happen with Palestine. I know they paused me, Barbara. They do all kinds of stuff. Oh, good Lord. Go back to your basement. You're amazing, able to speak the truth and address your followers. Thanks, Bootsy. I can also block them, too, when they get crazy, like the one who just said something disgusting. I've narrowed it down to only posting my thoughts for the day when I have time and a few pictures. I know, because they haunt you. They follow you, Monique. They follow me. They cut me off, and they do whatever on Facebook. But anyway, there's also a possibility that Palestine may get mad and try to go in with Iran and Russia to attack Israel when all of this peace talk begins. MSM downplays the return of our troops. Yeah, I know. I don't know. We're not going to be taking our troops out of South Korea right away. The 32,000 that are there, they're there for now. There has not been a negotiation about bringing them home. It's something that the president wants to do. Eventually, he said they will negotiate and bring them home. But that wasn't on the table. That was just him saying that's what I want to do. So anyway, keep your eyes on Israel. stop the war games now. They are stopped, Bob. As of August, they've been suspended, supposedly. That's what's been coming out in the news. So, I mean, we've made a lot of progress. A lot of great things are happening. We are in the end times. Will this agreement with Israel take place? I don't know. If it does, I mean, eventually there will be an agreement between Israel and Palestine. And, you know, it's in the Bible. That's what's going to happen. Is this it? I don't know. It's a wait and see game. If it is, then that means it's closer for God's return. They should have negotiated sending crooked Hillary, lying Comey, and crazy Maxine Waters to North Korea. You know, Junior, do you think they wanted? They wouldn't do that, because if you said let's send Maxine Waters to North Korea, Kim would have said, you know what, I ain't doing that. I'm not playing that game. We're done. There would be no negotiations. Who wants Maxine Waters? Ask yourself. Really? You think North Korea wants her? No, they don't want her either. So that would have been it. There would have been no agreement. What do you think about the IG report? But see, we were talking about the fact Kim would have said she's too mentally unstable. Exactly, Junior. I think the IG report's going to have a lot of condemning things in it. I don't necessarily know that anybody's going to go to prison for it. Kim Jong-un can handle the opposition. He wouldn't want Maxine Waters. I mean, nobody would want that kind of hell around them. President Trump's election has really opened my eyes about how much evil there is in our world, politics, news, media, and in educational institutions. Never knew how ignorant politicians could be, Monique said. Yep. Hey, Cindy Lou. Barbara says, pray for Israel. Absolutely. Keep praying for Israel. Keep praying for the United States. Keep praying that the president will be able to continue to do what he's doing. Now, I believe as long as he is doing, the president, as long as he does God's will, God will use him to complete God's plan. So we just have to pray that the president does not, steer away, does not get off course from what God's purpose is. And I think that Vice President Pence is there to kind of help that as well. Kim said yes. I think that's, the reason that the people are surrounding him are Christians like Alveda King and other people, and are praying for him. Franklin Graham. He needs that. I can't figure out how Maxine Waters stays in office. Bootsy, her people are brainwashed. Honestly, in that area of Los Angeles, it's predominantly black, and they have bought into her lies and vote for her because she's black. I'm sorry, that's what it is. What's your take on the NYC suit against Trump's? I think it's a way of them to basically get back at President Trump. They filed it on his birthday. I think it's an in-your-face thing. I think they don't like the fact that he's president and has these the foundation as well. If Hillary had been president, nobody would have gotten rid of the Clinton Foundation for the same reason. Black people only vote for other blacks. Not all black people, Bob. Those black people who don't believe in the lies they've been fed, the Democrat lies, they don't vote for other black people. But unfortunately, a lot of black people are still believing they have to vote for another black person. I think you need to vote for somebody who's qualified, and in your party, you don't have to vote for skin color. Pray for Israel, yes, Monique said. Acosta should have has blown it, embarrassed us all, and mostly himself. I know, Barbara. Not necessarily Bob. I vote for qualifications. Exactly, Junior. You can't label everybody and generalize everybody. You need to look at each person. Do blacks predominantly seem to vote for other black people? In general, yes, but not always. Hey, Hassan, good to see you. Sad that Trump called New York his home. It is, Bootsy. She lives in a mansion. Yes, she does, Lynn. But Bob does have a point. I know, Junior. I mean, it's true. With Maxine, too, it's hypocritical. She's living in a mansion. She's rich, and the people around her are living in poverty. If you've ever driven through some of these areas in Los Angeles, I have, and fortunately have not been killed. They are you can see prostitutes walking on the streets, pimps on the street, drug deals going down. It's not a nice place, and these people follow this woman. Why? We do know why, but why? And she does not live. She acts like, oh, I'm just like you, just like Obama did. And they're not. They don't even know what it's like to live like that. I don't care what color someone is as long as they believe the right things. I know, Robin. I have, I know we're supposed to not see color. I mean, as a psychotherapist, we're taught, oh, you have to see color. Everybody's, you got to see the color of somebody's skin and what race. I acknowledge that, but what I see more so than that is I see the person. That's what I look for. Who are they? To me, your skin color is kind of secondary. I don't really care. How are you treating people? How are you treating me? What's your character? That's what's important. Phil Donahue arrested? For what? Lynn, that's crazy. Maxine is crazy, Robin. She is. I mean, let's face it. She is. If she's not crazy, then, something's wrong. Is Phil Donahue still alive? I know, Junior, that's what I was thinking. It's like, Phil Donahue's never done anything like wrong in his whole life. Oh, speaking of doing things wrong in your life, I vote for qualifications, always not skin color. Exactly, Danielle. I could care less what your skin color is. Seriously. I want to know who you are, what's your character. That's what I look for. They're going after Sylvester. Oh, I said skin color, and Facebook shut me down again. They're going after Sylvester Stallone, it seems. They're claiming, again, that, the Me Too movement, he is saying, he's denying everything, saying that he had a consensual relationship. I didn't vote for Obama, Bob said. I didn't vote for Obama for a number of reasons, none of which had to do with the skin color. Phil, haven't heard anything about him in years. I know. I don't know if Lynn was making that up as a joke. I have no idea. Certainly was funny. And he's still married to Marlo Thomas, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so in other news, Donahue interviewing at Shady Pines because he's a Trump supporter. Who, Danielle? Oh, Donahue. Yeah, I think Lynn was just making up a joke about Phil Donahue because he's at Shady Pines. Robert Mueller requested 150 blank subpoenas in the Manafort case. 75 potential subpoenas for witnesses, and requests that he filed them on Tuesday in Virginia, and the recipients must appear in July 25th to testify. I think it's a location, Carmen. Got a notification about it. Okay, Lynn. That's weird. So Mueller is still going after Manafort tooth and nail. Oh, Sylvester Stallone is a Trump supporter. Yes. Mueller is anointed and blessed by God. Really? I don't think so. Not Mueller. I think Mueller is not one of the good guys. Donahue's a liberal. I got to run, Susan. Thanks for the great scope. Have a blessed day. You too, Junior. Thank you. Mueller, again, not doing anything that has anything to do with Russia, the obstruction of justice, but just going after Manafort because I think he feels that he has done something illegal financially. I pray Mueller goes away. I can't stand hearing his name. I know, Robin. He should have been out a long time ago. Mueller shouldn't be in. We shouldn't be hearing about him. We shouldn't be hearing about Rosenstein. We shouldn't be hearing about any of those people. This thing should have been over so long ago. But with that many, 150 blank subpoenas, this thing isn't shutting down anytime soon. It's still going. Mueller is a joke, Kim. He really is. I mean, it just keeps going. It never stops. Mueller leaks to the liberal press. Yep, he does. And so did his friend Comey. No, Mueller hasn't been blessed. Mueller's been blessed with being able to skirt the issues, do things that helped Uranium One. If you think that's a great thing, then I guess that's your idea of being blessed. The guy needs to be investigated for Uranium One. Bob said Mueller's evil. Russia's still at fault. Yeah. And I saw something yesterday, too, saying, I think Russia may try to interfere with the midterm elections. They're going to use Russia interference for the rest of their days. Whenever something doesn't go right, if they ever lose, it's going to be because of Russia. Fitzgerald is working for Mueller too. Who isn't working for Mueller? If you're liberal, if you're a Hillary supporter, if you're an Obama supporter, you're working for Mueller. Never watching on Facebook again. You are gone there. I know, Barbara. That's what they do to me practically every day. If they don't like something, they just take it down. I hate being on Facebook. Pastor Graham says he is praying for Mueller's good guidance. Well, he should. Mueller is not a good person. I'm sick of hearing about Russia and Stormy Daniels. I know, Kim. You know, Mueller's the one that went in when he was FBI director, and he changed everything about the Muslim Brotherhood. It took out things that talked about radical Islam out of the training manuals. Tucker last night went through a long list of Russian attacks. Lynn said, do you think that Michael Cohen will flip? Bob said, Bob, flip for what? Like, what has he got that he could flip on? You know, just because if you think that Michael Cohen is going to flip, what's he going to flip? What's he going to say? Doesn't necessarily mean that POTUS did anything wrong. POTUS did have an affair. How do you know that? Were you there? Were you there? He did admit to having some affairs in his past. Yes, he did. And let's say, are you without sin? Are you casting the first stone? Is that what you're doing, Sloan? Russia, 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 enough. Obama leftovers are evil. Yep, exactly, Robin. And I don't care if President Trump, when he wasn't president, if he had affairs, that's between him, his wife, his children, and God. Doesn't have anything to do with me. If he's having an affair right now as the president of the United States, then it has something to do with me, and then I care. Because then it has to do with how can he be compromised as president of the United States. Before that, I don't care. That's between him. Yeah, a troll. Yeah, Sloan's a troll. If you're without sin, cast the first stone. Exactly, troll. Yep. Yeah, there you go. Bye-bye. Sloan Miller had to go. Yeah, trolls, they don't want to come in to participate and try to spread real news. They want to come in and participate and spread fake news. Don't have time for that. DHS is going to strip the citizenship from naturalized Americans who lied on their applications and became American citizens. They're going to creating an office within the DHS to do just that, and to strip them of naturalized citizenship or green card if they did cheat or lie or whatever on their application. Yep, absolutely. Yeah, Lynn, they are disruptors. You know, they don't want the truth to come out. They're probably avid CNN followers. We don't need more liars in the U.S. That's true, Bob. We don't. But again, you're going to see the ACLU coming out. Oh my gosh, you can't do that. You can't take away their citizenship. I mean, they're still crying over the fact that they're separating children. And it's like, okay, what kind of parent, knowing that their child is going to be separated from them, would put their child in a predicament like that? The people at the border have cell phones. Who pays for that? Exactly, Barbara. But you should be, if I were going with a child to a country and they told me that if you come in here illegally, you will be separated from your child, as much as I may want to go, I'm not going to put my child in harm's way. Just not going to do that. And so there were reports that a woman was breastfeeding her baby and the baby was taken away. Well, you knew before coming in, that's what they told you. Leader Trump will guide us to prosperity, Bob said, as opposed to a President named Clinton who had ongoing affairs. I know. Clinton had affairs while he was in the White House. You know, that's different. And what he did before, they weren't affairs, according to the people that he did things to. They were criminal acts of rape. So that's a little bit different than an affair. Yeah, exactly. I'm not, I wasn't there, but that's their allegations. That is a fake breastfeeding story. Could be, Cully. They cannot find their papers, but could take pictures of them. Yeah. I don't think Trump has time for an affair. I believe he loves Melania, just my opinion, Robin said. Yeah, I mean, again, if he's having an affair in the White House, then I want to know. Then it is my business. If he's not having an affair while he's president, none of my business. What he did before, I don't care. Clinton did that and lied about it. Exactly, Kim. He perjured himself. So there's a big difference, but of course the left likes to keep bringing it up. Clinton's girlfriends were not attractive. Well, neither was Clinton all that much, and whatever. So anyway, you guys, we are done for the day. The hour just zoomed by. I will be back tomorrow. If you would please retweet this, get the word out, and we will see you tomorrow. God bless you. Take care. Take care, everybody on YouTube. See you mañana.